Right, guys, just make sure everyone can hear us. Just give us a thumbs up. I feel like I've not done this for ages since we did those quizzes. Yeah. Says you're still in there. Right. We'll do this anyway. Cool. Don't worry about it. Right. So, folks, what we're going to do, we're going to go through a few of the bits of the changes that have happened with the gym, and then we're going to have a walk around the gym as well, show you the different layout and how it's all going to work. It's weird to think that we did this. We were sat down over there 4 months ago saying about how the gym was going to close down. So we're both super excited to now say we are opening the gym. Not closing it, no way. We are now opening the gym. So we're super excited to do that. So what we'll do, we're going to go through like the main things that you need to know, and then I'm going to send an email out tomorrow explaining a little bit more detail. But we're just going to keep it super simple, just so you can have a good look around the gym and see Ben's beautiful face on Facebook again. Right, so Facebook, isn't it? Yeah. Right, I'll hand you over to Ben to get started with a few bits in here.
Sit down.
Yeah, Mike.
Stand up.
Sit down, stand up.
Stand up. Stand up. Yes, guys, good to see you all on screen. Right, so as we're going into, we're kind of coming out of this as we went into it, and what I mean by that is we're following kind of like government guidelines, and we're also taking this step by step, okay? Because there might be new rules and regulations that come out as we go, and there might also be ones taken away. So when we went into lockdown, what we did is we took it on a kind of like a week by week basis, or every 3 week basis, where we could make a judgment on how things were working, both for you guys and for us, and that gave us that helped us make a decision on what to do. So we're doing the same thing going back into Benchmark. So what we're going to talk about today, we've implemented safe as possible, as clean as possible, but also as productive as possible for you guys to still get an amazing session, still feel the Benchmark community and atmosphere, which was massive for me and Matt. That's what we wanted to create again. So everything we're going to read out today, we've put into place, but we will be assessing it as we go along. So please bear with us and also support us in kind of what we're trying to implement. We've done this to help build Benchmark back up to kind of what we were before, if not even better.
Yeah, like when we had to go online, like with the plan that we went with to begin with wasn't the plan that we stuck with, so we sort of changed it week by week. Obviously the guidelines are coming into place, and we've got to obviously stick completely by like that as we have done the whole way through. But we've everything that we've put into place over the last 2 months preparing for it, like, is going to be an epic experience. So we've really made the most of it. So right, cool. In that case, that's the main sort of intro started. What we're going to do now, I'm just going to join this Zoom call on my phone, and Benjamin is going to walk me around the gym. Go straight inside there. What was it? What's the one we? Oh yeah, sorry. Right, cool. Sorry, I'll go straight.
That's how excited Mark is about the new setup.
I've been preparing this for ages.
I love that. That's so amazing.
Forgot to do my hair though. Should have done my hair. Right. So obviously the main guidelines are to keep 2 meters apart. And we want to have like a simple one-way in and one-way out system in the gym. So there's really 3 simple things. We've got a one-way system in, one-way out, where there's I'll show you in a second, but we have literally like a retractor belt that's across, and it just separates going in and out. There'll be the fire door that you'll go straight out to go downstairs as well, so there's no crossover at all in the hallway. Again, I'll walk you around in a second, but there'll be a sanitizing station on entrance. So sanitation station on entrance, and then in every single pod that you see as well that you'll be in, there's a sanitation station. What a name that is! Sanitation station. So there's a sanitation station in every single pod as well. So we it's about a week ago we made the first changes in here, didn't we? About a week or a week before we made the changes, and we just we did it, but then we came back in a week later and realized it probably wasn't the most efficient way. So we've now spaced the gym out, increased the floor space, but also we've increased, I'll show you in a second, but we've increased the floor space in and around the front as well, so that when people are coming and going, no one's waiting around here or sitting around. Unfortunately, that's the stuff that we love at Benchmark, the community side of it, where people can stand here and have a coffee, a protein shake or a beer, whatever's, depending on what night it is. Obviously, we can't really do that at the moment. So we've increased the floor space around here and around sort of waiting area. So the thing is, like, we're all adults. It's really simple what we need to follow. I've seen some gym videos where there is more rules than I can even like mentally like fathom. So we've kept it super, super simple, and you'll see the signs around the gym, which just basically say, wash your hands. We all know how to wash our hands now. Keep 2 meters apart, and at the end of the session, keep clean your equipment, but we'll go through that in more detail. So it's just about being considerate of others, because everyone's sort of feelings around COVID is different. So you might have people that are quite relaxed about it. You might have people that are sort of anxious about it. So just respect everyone around you, which is just obvious things, just being considerate to others around you. And every single thing that we've done, every change we made, we've done it on the back of the guidelines that we've been given. So it's stuff that's safe for you, it's safe for the trainers, but at the same time getting like the most effective session possible. And also as well, if you have any questions as you go, just type them in the comment section and we'll have a look on the end, or on Facebook, just type it on there and we'll make sure we'll get back to them. Is there anything else I missed on that? No. So, do you want to do the walk around now, or do you want to do the training now?
You seem excited to get
Right, we're going to walk around the gym, because the training part is going to be, it's connected to the TVs and the MyZone and stuff. So there isn't, if we've forgotten anything, we'll come back to it. But that's sort of the main things. What we will do, because a couple other things regarding like the booking system and a couple hours that we're adding into the week, we'll go through that at the end. But for now, we'll just go through and start walking around the gym. So just give me 30 seconds. I'm just going to...
Might be waiting to train a bit now.
Okay, cool.
Just in case we get caught up.
Right, cool. Exciting.
Right, guys, so this is pretty important, and I think Mark hit the nail on the head with that last point about the not the toughest part, but the bit we've kind of really had to get our heads around is not necessarily kind of like the cleanliness. Do you know what I mean? That's quite that has to be done. The separation, the meter distance in the gym environment has to be done. What we've had to really get our heads around is, how do we make a session productive for you guys to come in, have the atmosphere, but also get the results and still come to a gym to get what you're after. So we put our heads together. So what we've created is on the back of the guidelines that are in place and where we feel we can create something as productive as possible for you guys. Okay, so everything we're going to talk through now, there are some quite big changes. Okay. But we've done this to make Benchmark the best it can be in the situation we're in. Again, this will be reassessed as we go forward, and this could be grown upon or it could be changed, but we'll make that assessment as we go, okay? So please do bear in mind, we've made these changes to fit into the situation that we are in currently in, okay? So the session time is going to go down just for the start of 45 minutes per session, okay? Which is the time that it has been for the outdoor sessions. The reason is here, the main reason to be fair, is that with the one way in and one way out system and the cleaning down of equipment, and also for the trainer on board, which I'll touch upon in a minute, it gives appropriate time for people to come in, people to exit, the gym equipment to be cleaned down. As Mark talked through there, which he's going to talk through in a minute, is there's quite a bit of space now at the front. So say, for example, a certain amount of people turn up, there's enough space to be socially distanced apart, but it also gives people enough space to come and exit the gym. Now, unfortunately, it's going to have to be a case of when you finish your session, you clean the equipment and you exit. Again, me and Mark and the trainers are out of control of trying to order people about, and that's what we don't want. So it's down to kind of like the members to be conscious that, as Mark mentioned again a minute ago, some people are going to be still quite conscious and worried about COVID. Other people are going to be a little more relaxed, but you've got to be aware of how other people are feeling. So the sessions are going to go down to 45 minutes per session, and we're going to combine the session into kind of one. So there's going to be no fit at this minute in time in Benchmark. What we're going to do now is we're going to have one session running, okay? And we put our heads together and create a program. And within that 45-minute session, you're going to have the ability, if your goal is for lean and muscle, to be able to execute that. If your goal is for fat loss and condition, you're going to be able to execute that. All within the kind of session structure that we've put into place, okay? This is a big change, okay? It's a big change, but we have put ads into this that we feel is the most appropriate and the most productive thing that we could do, okay? So within the system that we're going to go around in a minute, we've created individual pods. Mark's going to talk through that in a second, okay? So this is a big one as well. Probably the two biggest things is the Fit for This Minute time has been pulled out, and the second thing is there won't be any more folders anymore within Benchmark, okay? Number one, again, going back to the hygiene thing of if you had to move someone's folder or the folders being out, it's just creating a bit more clutter, a bit more time to put stuff away and get stuff out. We want to make it as efficient as possible, okay? So I'm not going to spoil the excitement. I'll let Mark drop that one in, but just to let you know that the folders have gone out for the time being, but the sessions will still be easily understood and visible, and we'll talk through your progressions as we go through. I think a few more videos are going to follow this on Facebook. Okay, so last couple of bits. It's now going to go into a 6-day training week. Okay, so what that means is every day will be a different session. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday will all be completely different sessions. Okay, it's going to vary between, for example, a lower body push, an upper body push, a full body day for the push variants, and a full body day for the pull variants. Now, there's two reasons that we feel this will be more productive with the programming we've got in place. The first is we used to have a lot of people that struggle to hit certain days. So when we made a program, which was, me and Matt laughed about how complicated this sounded when we used to kind of tell new trialists, but Monday, Tuesday, session A, Wednesday, Thursday, session B, right, do you know what I mean? And people were like, said, I can't make Monday, can I catch that session up, etc. So we've created this system which gives two options. The first is, if your nature of work and lifestyle is quite chaotic, and you might be a bit sporadic in when you can get to the gym, still booking in, but obviously a bit sporadic in when you can come. This gives the flexibility of knowing you're following a program, but you don't worry if you've missed a session. You don't worry if you missed that squat session, because later in the week you'll catch up with another lower body push, okay? The reverse of that is if you still want to be structured, you can still structure within the 6-day week and just hit the 3 or 4 days that you want to hit every week, and that will be your progression. So the way we've structured it is the 6 days will give you an option of being completely programmed and kind of regimented, or the flexibility to still make results, still see progress, but being able to just hit the sessions as you can fit within your kind of like lifestyle. Even talking about this, it makes it like a lot of like the thought we put into it. So last two bits from myself is yoga is now going to be Sundays only. We're taking it away from Friday, that's just going to be Sunday. And the last one just says special announcement. So everything we've put in place, we have actually got something else coming within Benchmark that we're really excited about. That's going to really help you guys achieve more and motivate you more as well. But we don't want to drop too much on you tonight. So just let you know that in the coming week, there'll be something else coming out that we're really excited to be able to give you guys.
Just touching on the session. So yeah, so just the yoga reminder day. So yoga, like I say, will be on a Sunday at 10:30. But it also means that on a Friday now, we'll have a 4:30, a 5:30 and a 6:30 session. Also on a Saturday, we'll have a 7:30, an 8:30 and a 9:30 session. So it means that you guys that want to get up early and do an early morning session on a Saturday, you can come in and do the 7:30 session. And it also means, obviously, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, where the 7:30 a.m. fit session was, that's now going to be a 7:30 a.m. PT session. So there's lots of options to get in. With regards to memberships, I'm going to go through that with people individually because it might be a little bit different for each person. But with the fits going out, you'll have now more of an allocation of how many PT sessions you can do. So don't worry that if you think fits go in, I can't do any more sessions because you had the unlimited fit option, you're going to have an allocated amount of sessions, which is still going to work like towards your goal. So don't worry, we've thought this through, and I've overthought this in many areas.
Just to very touch on the fit element with Mark bringing it up as well, is guys, we know fit was a massive part of Benchmark, and we know that both trainers and members absolutely kind of buzzed off the environment and fit, the energy and fit, etc. You've got to bear in mind the space we had for fit and also the limited equipment we had in fit. So to change a prowler and clean it and switch it between 6 to 8 or even 12 to, do you know what I mean, people when we open, it's just, we couldn't do that. And we've got to focus on staying operable and staying kind of open. So what the changes we've made is to kind of keep this place going in the situation. I know I just said that, but I know fit will probably hit a lot of people, but we've done it because of the circumstances we're in, and also what we've put in place in these sessions, guys, is going to incorporate the fit element there.
Trust me, they are. Like the way that we plan the sessions, like we've now got an additional rower as well. So we've got the way that it works. I'll show you, but it means that in your section you've got the cardio equipment that you need. So when it comes around to doing like the fat loss session, which is a bit more fitness based in certain areas of it, like you'll get an absolutely awesome session. Don't you worry about that. The last two things, and I know I've been saying this for the last 5 years, to be honest, about booking into sessions. It's now it's absolute priority that we can't have any more than 12 people. That's 12 people, no more than that. So in the past, where if 12 and 13 turned up, we sort of let it be okay. Now, if there's 12 booked in, 12 turn up, and you turn up to expecting to get into the session, we won't be allowed to train you. That's purely off government guidelines. The guidelines are actually 1 person per 100 square foot. We've got a 3,500 square foot space. We wanted to keep that as safe as possible, so we kept it at 12. But yeah, if you have to book into your sessions. So we've also got a 2-hour cut-off period coming up to the session, so you can't cancel last minute. We want to make sure that it's fair for everyone booking into the sessions. So you need to cancel like 2 hours before your session. You can book all the way up to the very last minute of the session. So if it gets around to 5:20 and you want to get in at 5:30, you can book on as long as the space. And there was one more thing on that. But I'm going to email this out in more detail anyway, so you guys understand it anyway. And sweet, cool. I'm sure more things will come to us, but let's have a little walk around the gym. So Matt's asked 2 questions. So around spotting, yeah, like it's not an option to be able to spot people anymore in the gym. So trainers won't be able to do it, members won't be able to do it. It'd have to stay 2 meters apart. This just comes down to, you'll still be able to get your strength element of your workout. It's just that you'll have to do it within like something that's, so if you're doing like 3 reps, because obviously I'm talking to you specifically, Max, I know how much you enjoy doing the heavy lifts. If you're doing 3 reps, it needs to be make sure that you're doing the 3 reps and not going too heavy that you need a spotter, because that's obviously not what we can do. Do you add anything to that?
I think guys, you can probably shout a couple of the trainers on this, but the majority of us hadn't touched a weight for nearly 3 months. So no one's going to be coming back in here dropping heavy weights on this stuff. You're going to be picking your technique back up, picking form back up, and you're going to probably be surprised how weak you are, especially, do you know what I mean, when you hit the barbells and dumbbells. If you've not done that for a while, it will come back at a quicker pace than if you hadn't done it before, but it's not going to come quickly. So from our perspective, it's good because you can come back and focus on technique and form and build your strength back up sensibly. Yeah. But again, as Mark hit the nail on the head, like it's a meter distance outside of the gym. We're keeping a 2 meter rule in it. Spotting is unfortunately out of the question at this time. So jumping on this, but guys, if there's an injury or if there's something, the coach has got to go in and do something. Yeah. We will be there. So it's not like if someone gets injured or someone's underneath the bar, we'll be over there pulling it off you straight away. But we don't want to get that situation. And if it is, the coach will go in and deal with it. If not, we're hoping that everyone can just abide. You'll still get a productive session, especially with the first 4 to 6 weeks. It's about getting back used to just training.
Matt, you'll be pumping them guns in no time, mate. And the last question was, so is there a 6 a.m. session? Yes, all the sessions are exactly the same. So 6:15, 7:30, 9:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. That's Monday to Thursday. And then Friday, you've obviously got that 4:30 set. So Friday, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. And Saturday morning, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. This will go out in an email so you'll understand it. Right, cool. So let's have a little walk around the gym then. Let me just join this on my phone. Where's the one? Mark's in the room. Right, let's. Sorry. Oh no. Hello? Does that sound good? It's not murdering anyone's ears. Right, let me just flip it. Yeah, one sec. Whoa. Double tap. Right. Cool. Grab that and then yeah, and then just press. So press that. So they've never used the phone before.
Oh, sweet.
Right.
I can see you.
Oh, you can see me. We're on there. Right. That's really weird. Right. Cool. Let's do this. Right. Go over there. Let's pretend I'm coming in for the first time. We're in. Right. So really obvious, simple, one way in, one way out system. So it means you'll be coming in as normal through the stairs, and then you'll be going back out, down the fire exit that way. That should always be open. Just make sure, we'll always make sure that's open. So we have these very pretty, nicely designed by Mark Harrison posters on entrance. Really simple. So before your session, wash your hands. You can go in the bathrooms, or as obvious, we have some nice hand sanitizer, which I currently have in every room, every part of this gym right now. So simple, you'll wash your hands. Obviously, like Ben was saying, there's going to be a 10 to 15 minute, or there's going to be a 15-minute gap in between the sessions. So it means that by the time the weights have been cleaned, you guys are going to be out, and then the gym should, in theory, be empty when you walk into it. So there shouldn't be, but as you can see around here, there's loads of space for moving. You can do your cartwheels, whatever you want to do around there. You can swing a cat. There's loads of space now, so it means that as you're coming into the gym, you can sort of wait around there, because obviously you want to keep this as free. But as we said before, reduce the session time, so it means that there's going to be no waiting around. So, as you can see around here, the way that the gym is now laid out is that it's separated up into 6 different stations. So one thing that we wanted to try and avoid was making the gym look like it was a prison by having literally tape everywhere, a one-way system everywhere, because let's be honest, no one follows the one-way system, even when it's taped out. So we want to keep it as simple as possible and just show you like where you're going to be staying for your workout. So around here, so for example, this pod, your space with another person is going to be from here to this wall. So you've literally got all of this space. And obviously, if you're around here, you've got a bit more space around there. So there's going to be 2 people to a pod. Now, obviously, you're going to wash your hands before the session. You can share equipment because there's no guidelines to say that you cannot share equipment. So you can share equipment if you feel comfortable to do so. If you don't, then there's going to be cleaning stations in every single pod where you'll have a spray, you'll have a wipe, and you'll have an antibacterial gel. So if, for example, I was having this conversation with someone this week actually about using a barbell. If when it comes to using a barbell and you want to share it, or obviously you want to wipe it down at a time, just grab one, just give it a wipe, and it means you can still do your workout then. But obviously, like I say, people are going to be having clean hands, so it should be safe. But as we've said before, we want to make sure that you're comfortable doing it. So you don't have to share equipment, and if you don't want to share any equipment, you're going to have, follow me then. You're going to have here all your dumbbells and kettlebells and slam balls. Obviously, we haven't got all the equipment back yet. So you're going to have dumbbells, kettlebells, and a slam ball here. So it means that if you don't want to share any equipment at all for the workout, you'll grab your set and you'll be able to go into it. Bands, everything. And we've got this very pretty, nice, shout out to Andy for putting these bad boys up. One thing that we really want to make sure that there's loads of floor space, there's loads of freedom. And just by doing these simple things like putting these up, and what was the other one? There was another thing we put up recently. Oh yeah, so we can move the benches out as well, so it gives more room. And we can even hook the benches onto here. So yeah, so it means we just got more floor space for you guys to train. I just want to make sure that everyone can just hear me before. Everyone hear me okay? Mike, can you hear me okay?
You're on the phone, right?
Lauren said yeah. Right. So yeah, so you'll have this much space. Obviously, if you're coming with a partner, we have a lot of people that come with their partner. You guys can train. You can obviously feel more comfortable training with the person you live with. So the way the session is going to work, we'll do a warm-up which will be in your area. Everyone does the exact same warm-up because it's going to be relevant to what we're doing in that session. We'll go through the session. At the end of the session, you're then going to spray down what you've used and wipe it down and then pop it into the bin. So every single section, which you'll see, has got bin, cleaning, everything you need in your section. So it means you've got everything that you need in that space. There's going to be signage in every area, right in cleaning stations. Again, beautifully designed by Mark Harrison. Signage, which basically just says, keep it simple, wash your hands, keep 2 meters apart, clean the kit throughout the workout, but it's compulsory to clean your kit at the end of your workout. And it's super simple. If you have symptoms, if you have symptoms, stay at home. That's as simple as it's got to be, okay? We don't want to make it any more complicated than that. What's important is that we get back to normality, or whatever they class as the new norm. Now, it's important that we get back to doing that, and we don't like make it like a prison or make it super strict where you don't know where you're going. We want to keep it comfortable. So you'll also have like your cardio equipment. So the way that it will work, we have bikes, skiers, we have the rower here. Then the Lucky Devil, who's in this section, will be using the Prowler as part of their conditioning part. While we're talking about conditioning, do you want to briefly touch on the program?
You go.
Cool. So on this bad boy, which I'm excited to introduce and show people to, this is what the program is going to be like on here. So no more whiteboards. Again, it's just simple things that we want to keep it structured, effective, and as efficient as possible. So the lean program, this is what you're going to be doing. It's similar in the way that on an upper body push day, this is Tuesday's example, you're going to have, like you both can be doing barbell bench press, but you're going to be doing different rep ranges to make sure it's relevant to your goals. I feel like you want to say something like that.
Yeah, good, mate.
But so say for example, on the more lean strength muscle-based program, you've got like a bit of a different finisher on some days. You've got maybe like a little cheeky bicep finisher. But the guys on the fat loss program, this has been slightly changed. I've changed this in the last few days, but this is just going to say conditioning, and it's going to say 60 seconds, 30, 45, 5 calories, 10 calories. So it's going to say what you're doing. And basically, we're going to be working in 10, well, these two parts are going to be 15-minute blocks, and then this part's going to be a 10-minute block. I missed anything on that.
Good, mate.
Sounds good. So while I'm talking about the blocks, again, I'm super excited to get the Wi-Fi sorted. Shout out to Paul on that one. We're going to have, so basically from the time that your session starts, you're going to have the session all up on here. So you know exactly what's left of the session. So the first 5 minutes is going to be the warm-up. The first 15 minutes is going to be the first block. We stop everyone. We go over the next bit, get straight into it. So no minutes wasted. Get straight back into it. Again, as soon as it hits that 15 minutes again, we stop the session, explain the next bit, and bang. And it's like Ben was saying, it's about being effective and having like the best possible workout in the simplest manner. So while I'm over here, the thing that's really important is like the airflow around the gym. And luckily we have a window, which is good. So luckily we have a window, but also we have 5 fans all dotted around the gym on there. The 5 fans all dotted around the gym, which work. So you do a great job. And again, shout out to Andy Rafe. Rafe is Rafe, isn't it? Shout out to Andy Rafe. He kills me when I don't say that right. So it means that we've got good airflow going around the gym. It's going to be a cool gym. And anyone that knows winter at Benchmark knows how cool it is. And I think that's all I really need to go through on that. Do you think I've missed anything on that? Yeah, it's super simple. Like we wanted to make it literally as simple as possible. We don't want to overcomplicate it. So when you just go over it again, when you train, and obviously the first week, and we'll keep reminding you as you go throughout the week so you understand it. You'll be training in your pod. You'll be sharing with someone. You don't have to share equipment. Everyone's going to have their clean hands. Everyone's going to have a sanitation station. Everyone's going to have the cardio equipment. Everyone's going to have the dumbbells, kettlebells, and their slam ball and bands all within their pod. And the other thing as well is there's a TV over in that corner. So it means it's not on there, so I'm going too close to that. So it means that you guys along here can check out that TV. Wow, just one on that. You guys are here, can check out that TV. You guys here, if you follow me around. Really simple way to just walk around the gym. And so you guys all along here will be able to walk around and then see the TV, which isn't on at the moment. And I think that's everything. I'm sure we'll have missed something, but again, we try to keep it as simple as possible. Make sure you can see how the gym's going to work. And obviously, it'll make more sense once you're actually in here doing the session. So, yeah, I think that's the main thing that we need to go through on that front. Anything you want to add to training?
I think you smashed it, mate.
Smashed it. Spotlight there. And right, awesome. So let's click off that one. Stop that video. Awesome. 1 sec. Leave that. Mike, you did hear all that, didn't you? I wasn't just talking to myself. You did hear that. Right, good. That's a relief. Do we have any more questions? No, I don't think we do. I'm sure if you've got questions, please send me an email. Make sure it's an email, guys, mark@benchmarkgym.co.uk if I've missed anything, or just come and speak to me in the gym and we can talk through everything. This tonight was just to give you an overview of how the gym's going to work, how the gym's going to look, and obviously the main changes that we made to the actual, like how the gym's going to operate as well. So anything else you'd like to finish with? Awesome. I think that's everything, guys. Like I say, if you have any questions, just speak to me or Ben when you see us on the outdoor sessions at the moment. Or if not, just drop me an email, mark@benchmarkgym.co.uk. Right, mega. I'll see you in the week, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see you very soon. Bye.